demand on Modi ji. Number of leaders who want to come to India, number of people who invite Modi ji to go abroad. So the opinion of the world is very different from the opinion of the Congress.
Yeah. Sir, my name is Henry Elkazo. I am from Press Trust of India.
Does not mean that we are against some other faith. I think that is a wrong way of looking at it. In fact, I would say, because some people are believers in the faith, you should not see it as them being against another faith. So that is my first reply. The second issue, are we making an effort in Mizoram? Absolutely. Would we like to see Mr. Vanlal Moaga elected? Absolutely, no question. Because we think he's the right candidate. We think here we have someone who is in touch with young people, who spent his entire life with young people, who today, as I said, this election, this is not an election for the next 5 years. This is an election which will set us on the course for the next 25 years. What is it we want to be in 2047 when we reach 100 years of our independence? And we want people who will have the interests of and the thinking of young people for the next 25 years as representatives of India in Parliament. So we would like Mizoram, as we would like every other state, to actually be supportive of the direction in which this country is going. And I very much hope that in Mizoram, that appreciation is there. That today, by sending a member of parliament like him, that we will not only be strengthening Prime Minister Modi's hands in India, because I would say this in all frankness, I don't think any Prime Minister in the history of India has shown as much attachment and devotion to the Northeast as Narendra Modi has. So we want, but for this to be translated into programs and benefits and realities, there must be local members of parliament who will be there in Delhi to actually guide government policies, to help shape legislation, to set directions, who will work with other colleagues in parliament for us to do things. There is a great desire to do things. So we hope that this election will give us a chance to work with colleagues in parliament who are from Mizoram and from other Northeast states.
Any other questions?
I think the sun
Time is still there.
Good afternoon, sir. Okay, India has demonstrated its significant it strives to become the global
No, don't worry, don't look at the phone. You can say whatever you want to
okay,
say.
sir, it strives to become this global top nation. So, especially in the science and technology sector. So, but the thing is that recently in the last week, one of the candidate had mentioned that there has been 648 persecutions among the Christians in the nation. So, this National Commission for this NCM for minorities have also officially stated that these persecutions are usually they are among these RSS and this VHP and all. So,
I don't think anybody has officially stated anything like this. But what I do want to tell you is, look, we are a country of many faiths, of many languages, of different ethnicities. We coexist as a country because we are respectful of that. So, it is nobody's case that, somewhere, believing in one or having one identity means that you are against another. You just heard me tell your colleague that if I actually have belief in my own faith, I would respect somebody else who believes in their faith. Faith at the end of the day breeds respect. Faith should not be a negative sentiment. So, a lot of it is also honestly propaganda. A lot of it is politically motivated. What I would say is that, this country has grown, is growing and will grow when we actually all are together, we are respectful of each other, we have the ability to work with each other, and that is precisely why, we would like in the parliament in Delhi, in the BJP in Delhi, in the in the Council of Ministers in Delhi. We would like as wide a representation as possible. Okay? You haven't asked, no?
One by one, one by one. Please stand up.
Don't worry, I can hear you. Yeah.
Sir, yes, my name is Ruben. I'm from DD News. Sir, since as it is, the center is working to improve this connectivity with the international border, and it is trying to quite improve the infrastructure near the international border. So, what do you think can be done? More can be done for the state of Mizoram, since we have border with the international border with this Myanmar and Bangladesh. And sir, and one more thing, in the manifesto, it is mentioned that there is quite a lot of something to be done in the in the sector of Kisan. In Mizoram, I guess there is no crop insurance for the Kisan. So, can there be anything done for the Kisan in this sector?
Okay. Your first question, what can we do more for Mizoram? What are the possibilities? I think the first question at the press conference started with Myanmar. We would definitely like to see Mizoram much more connected into Myanmar. We would like that road to Sitwe built. We would like to see a connection eventually to the trilateral highway. That is one part of it. The other part, which I said, examples like border huts with both, because Mizoram is a border state. It has borders with two countries, so we would like to see border huts there. But even with Bangladesh, I'm giving you as an example. We do today movement of goods through inland waterways. We have proposed to Bangladesh government that there is a route from Tegamuk to Rangmati, that this should be added to the inland waterway, so that from Mizoram through the Tega river, there is a possibility of also shipment of goods. We also have been discussing with them the possibility of creating an ICP in Tegamuk. So these are, some examples that I'm giving you. Today, whenever we look at country or any state, we should also look what is happening in the region. So there are other developments which are happening. Sometimes they can be difficult developments like Myanmar, but sometimes there can be opportunities, If we, for example, from Mizoram, if there is a better road access to Chittagong port and to Matarbari port, which Japan is building in Bangladesh, then the possibility of evacuation of goods, movement of goods is that much better, and may come through other states also. It will benefit Mizoram as well. And if you look at international cooperation, I can tell you it's my colleague also reminded me that we also have the land custom station at Zokhamthar, which you are all aware of. But if I were to give you a kind of example, and I'm saying this as a foreign minister and before, even when I was foreign secretary, look at what benefits a good central government can bring to a state like Mizoram. We are working with Japan, okay? When Modi ji first became Prime Minister, he told me saying, look, try to get Japan interested in more deeply involved in the Northeast. So we actually created a body with Japan called Act East Forum. Now, in the case of Mizoram, we have had 3 very good results of that. One, last year, Japan has agreed, JICA will set up a super specialty cancer center in Mizoram. Japan has also been, JICA has been funding the road, the Northeast connectivity road projects. Some of those roads go through this state as well. also in capacity building in agriculture, in irrigation as well. So there are many possibilities today. What is important is that we have a representative from Mizoram who makes the interests and the concerns of Mizoram very clearly felt in Delhi, who will be a voice of influence out there, who will help us to respond much better to the needs of the people here. And that is the reason why we are all gathered here today. On the farmer side, I think if you go through the manifesto, we are looking at, various steps, because there are some things happening in some other states which have not happened here. So I'm sure, any gap that there is, not just in crop insurance, but in other areas as well, it is something that we will do.
Yes.
I think, I'm sure, as it happens in politics, there are always discussions. But at the end of the day, we have made a decision and we think that our candidate is the best for Mizoram. We have a wonderful candidate. If I have a candidate like this, why do I need to go somewhere else? Okay, so thank you all very much. Great session.